That'd be awesome. Okay, so I think we're live now. Um,
Oh, we are.
we are, yeah. Okay, cool. So yeah, anyone who's joining us as they're sort of filtering in, you're very welcome. Today on this live, I'm here with Pete, my good friend who's over in Turkey, as far as I know, at the minute. You still there right now? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm here.
Okay,
Still
cool.
here.
With his very nice Christmas tree. Pete, how are you?
I'm great, man. Thanks for doing this today.
Yeah. So we're going to do a chat today for the next little while just about our top 10 movies of 2025 and maybe some other things as well in the course of this chat. So if you're joining us, just feel free to drop in a comment, just say hello, share your thoughts as well. If you agree with our movie assessments or anything we're talking about, then tell us. If you disagree, tell us as well, because we're always keen to hear your thoughts. Pete, is there anything else you want to say before we get started?
No, look, I know this whole thing was my idea, okay? But I need to. I've only I've only seen one movie this year.
And you're going to say that?
Okay, I've seen two. I've seen two movies, but I want to. I really want to hear about your top 10 because I've been following, especially when it comes to the horror genre, I've been following what you say about horror movies.
Mm,
And every time I've seen like what you said about horror films, I'd go and check it out.
mm,
Not every time, but like there's been two or three times where I've taken that recommendation and I've always been happy with it.
good.
So because my wife doesn't listen to me, I'm like, well, if I got a top 10 list from David, maybe then she'll like come with me to the cinema,
Okay.
you know?
Sounds good. Okay, cool. Everyone, so your people are joining us here, which is great. We've got about 30 people here at the minute. Again, yeah, just let us know what you think. People are sharing some of their thoughts as well. And yeah,
Okay.
always keen to hear what you say. So I'll work my way through my top 10 movies of.
Well,
Go ahead, sir.
yeah, yeah, you give your number 10,
Yeah.
then I'll jump in with my one that I've seen. And
Okay.
then after that, I'll mention a movie that sounds familiar to each one that you mentioned, perhaps.
Okay, that'll do. Right. Okay. So
Okay.
we'll start at 10 and work our way down to one. So and I'm gonna throw in some honorable mentions as well, movies I wanted to see and missed along the way too.
Okay.
That okay? Okay, so number 10 on my list, and this was one I saw maybe most recently, possibly, but was Frankenstein. So this was the Netflix version of Frankenstein by director's name I can't pronounce, Guillermo del Toro, however you say his name. But yeah, I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. It was really, I think, faithful adaptation to what's one of my favorite novels of all time as well. It was a little bit long for my liking. It could have been slightly shorter, possibly maybe even split into a mini series potentially. But as far as movies go, it was a great adaptation. Have you seen it, Pete? No.
No, we're planning to see it when it comes on streaming
Mm.
services, or it might already be on streaming
It's on
services. I
Netflix.
don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we might hop into that. One thing I noticed about it though, I saw a clip, like a promotional clip,
Mhm.
and you never know like what writing directors want when it's given to YouTube or Netflix or anything like that. But it was a dinner table scene between two characters. I
Mhm.
can't remember. And it just seemed like because I saw the Frankenstein from maybe the 90s.
Mhm.
I'm not sure what the name of it was. Probably Frankenstein, but I can't remember who the actors were or anything like that. Um,
I think that was one with
and I just remember,
Robert De
oh,
Niro.
Robert, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Robert De Niro. I remember it being like really dark and gritty, almost slimy.
Mm.
And when I saw this clip of the new one that has come out, it looks very kind of sanitized.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, is that just the clip I saw, or is the film still worth seeing, or is this just the way films are these days?
I think it's often just the way films are these days. They're kind of leaning more in that direction in terms of their style. It's definitely not as dark and gritty as the 90s version of it. It's a bit more colorful. It's kind of a more beautiful film in some ways, I think. Just going with the director's style. But it's in terms of I think the acting chops that go into it. I think Jacob Elordi, or however you say his name, he plays the monster, and he does such a fantastic job at it. And uh, person's name I know completely forgotten, who plays Dr. Frankenstein in it, who I should know. He does a fantastic job as well. So it's a good movie. Like it's beautifully shot. It looks really really cool. People have mentioned about seeing it in the cinema. I think it definitely did deserve a wide release. Simon said that as well in the course of the chat. And yeah, it's a beautiful movie if you wanna catch it on Netflix.
Yeah, whenever I want to talk to Simon Dillon, because he never replies to my messages. So whenever I want him to talk to me, I always write an article about how much I hate Christopher Nolan, and he's like on it straight away in the comments section. So it's great. It's the best way. If you want to talk to Simon Dillon, write something about Christopher Nolan, and he's there.
Yeah, he's also added in Oscar Isaac. That was the actor's name I couldn't remember, but yeah, Simon, thanks for sharing your thoughts on that, and definitely feel free to refute anything Pete says in the course of this chat as well. Um,
Yeah,
so
just moving my location
you're okay.
because
You're
my
okay.
hand is a little bit sore.
No worries. Okay, we'll go on to number nine then. So number nine on my list, I suppose Frankenstein is a horror movie, but number nine is the next horror thriller movie that I saw, which was Companion. This came out. Can't remember exactly when it came out. It was a few months ago, but it stars Sophie Thatcher, and I really should have this on my screen, shouldn't I? So I remember who's in these movies whenever I'm talking about them. Um, yeah, Sophie Thatcher and Jack Quaid. Really, really good, fresh kind of horror thriller kind of movie about a guy who essentially hires or buys like a bot companion played by Sophie Thatcher to an excellent degree. I really like Sophie Thatcher and stuff, and anything she's been in, I think she's been great. Heretic actually is another movie that she was in, possibly in 2025 as well, which was also excellent. So, have you seen Companion before, Pete? No.
No, I haven't. Well, I'd like to know more about it. Like, what's the premise of the movie without spoiling anything?
Yeah. So I think the simplest way to do this is just to tell you what it says on Wikipedia, because I think that's not going to spoil it. So it's basically it stars Zoe Thatcher and Jack Quaid as a couple on a getaway with friends at a remote cabin, which unravels into chaos when there's a revelation that one of the guests is a companion robot. And spoiler alert, that is Sophie Thatcher in the movie. But
Okay.
it's really really well done. Like it's funny. It's like kind of shocking in parts, but and it's very satisfying as well, because it's one of those movies where the people who deserve to get justice in the movie get justice and that sort of thing.
Okay,
Yes,
I'll check that out. Companion.
yeah. Simon says that the first big twist was ruined by the trailer, which is true. Unfortunately, but
Isn't
it's a
that
good movie.
such a strange kind of marketing thing? It's like, hey, we have a movie with a twist.
Mm,
Here's the twist. Go see the movie.
yeah, basically. There's a lot of movies now that I find that when I've seen the trailer, I know everything that happens in them, and then I'm kind of like, do I want to see this anymore? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
I the one movie I saw this year. So I now's a good time to stop you. We just had 10 Frankenstein and 9 is Companion.
Mhm.
My movie that I got up off my butt and actually went to the cinema and bought popcorn for was Superman.
Mm. Yeah.
And I was just so happy because not everyone's like, I'm really into films, okay? But I'm not always into new films, and that's not always a good thing for cinema, you
Mm.
know? So like I like I've said it a million times before, like I can sit through movies that are 4 hours long, even if there's no action, as long as the story is great. But when it comes to comic book movies, um, there's been I went to see Spider-Man into what was it? About the multiverse.
Oh yes,
Like,
the
yeah,
No Way Home.
no, I remember sitting in the cinema watching that kind of like it was the ultimate. This could have been an email moment. Like I was like,
Oh
I
really?
just should have like, yeah, I was like, I should have just waited for this to come out on streaming because like this is just bubble gum. Like I don't feel anything here, you know, I
Okay.
don't feel anything. But like in Superman, I was like, oh, finally, I actually feel something. I'm laughing. It's goofy. I'm like, oh, this is nice. Okay. So I was really happy with Superman.
Yeah.
Because ever since Star Wars: The Last Jedi, I've kind of been a little bit gun shy of going to the cinema.
Okay.
You know, I remember going to see The Force Awakens. Been really excited because I lived in America in 1999 right when the Phantom Menace came out, and we were all taken out of school to buy lightsabers, got the day off, and even though the movie was terrible, the pod race and the fight at the end was amazing,
Yeah.
and we all enjoyed it. So when The Force Awakens came out, that was really nice. It was a decent film. But when The Last Jedi happened, and I remember just sitting in the cinema, kind of going, "Oh my God!" Like Like, what are they doing? Like, why are you doing this? Do you
Mm,
know? Like, why are you doing this to us? And Simon's saying that he liked The Last Jedi. I'm not saying it's a bad film. I'm just saying that if you're going to, in retrospect, it could have been a great film if they had done something with the third film. So that's
yeah.
kind of like my long story about why I don't trust films anymore. Whereas if I was going into something like you just mentioned, Companion or Frankenstein or the other things on this list, I'm sure I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to take a punt on this
Mm.
because it's kind of like Frankenstein's not original material, but Companion's like original material, therefore it deserves me to spend some money and take a chance.
Yeah, that's interesting because The Last Jedi is one of my favorite Star Wars movies. It's total Marmite. Like I think people either hate it or love it. Like it seems to be the case that you kind of there's no like middle ground with that movie a lot of the time. And I found and I agree with what you said that if Rise of Skywalker hadn't been a steaming pile of trash, then The Last Jedi might have been yeah elevated even more. Might have made a lot more sense in terms of the trilogy.
Yeah, I just remember walking out of the cinema thinking, okay, I'm really excited for the third one because the third one is what's going to make that nightmare make sense,
Yeah,
you know? And then like you come into the third one and they're just kind of like, never mind.
yeah.
And you're just like, oh,
Forget
come
about
on.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awful. But yeah, there's lots of films that I like. I spoke to Simon in the comments today about Nuri Bilge Ceylan, who's a Turkish filmmaker.
Mhm,
Excuse me, and I just love his films. And my biggest regret is I've never gotten to see one of his films in a cinema.
mhm,
You know, and it's there. Not sure what the point here I'm trying to make is, but like I back to the point. Like I will give original scripts a punt. You know what I mean? But as for Superman, it was like one of the rare cases of comic book kind of movies that actually really earned my dollar, you know?
yeah. Yeah, I really enjoyed Superman. It's on my list at number 5. I'll just skip ahead to that just briefly. I loved it. It was a great movie. Real, as you say, just a fun, colorful, bright, enjoyable movie that just took you along at a nice pace. I think Superman's quite hard to do. I think a lot of the time it doesn't really lend itself overly well to the cinema a lot of the time because he can be quite a two-dimensional character as far as comic book characters go. But I think the way they did it, the way James Gunn did it was fantastic, and I'm really looking forward to Supergirl whenever it comes out on the next Superman movie as well, which I think is called Man of Tomorrow. So yeah,
Yeah.
excited about that.
Yeah, I loved what they did with everybody with the he's not the Green Lantern, but he's one of the Green Lanterns.
Mm,
What they did with Hawk Girl. I thought she was going to be a complete joke going into it, but actually she was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
The same with the Element Man. I thought that was going to be a complete joke, and it kind of was, but it was a good joke.
Yeah.
You know, I thought
Deserves it.
Crypto would be eye-rollingly bad, and then I'm sitting there and I really care about the CGI dog
Yes.
who could kick my ass. So it's like it's good. I liked it.
Yeah. No, it was a great movie. I really loved it. It felt we saw it on IMAX in July in this really, really hot movie theater. And even though you were like we were sweating because it was packed out, the whole place was like was packed out with attendees, which isn't always normal these days for the cinema. And we just came out of it and we were like, that was a real proper summer blockbuster movie that we just saw. So yeah, Superman definitely earns a place on my top 10 list as well. Okay, I'll go on to number 8 then. We'll come back to Superman maybe later if you want to, but number 8 on my list, was another comic book movie, which came out, I think, in around March kinda time. And you might disagree with me on this, but it was Thunderbolts. So, Thunderbolts, the sort of crappy superheroes, I guess, of the Marvel universe all kind of packed together. Florence Pugh, who else is in it?
I'll say something that might surprise you.
Go ahead.
I renewed my Disney subscription just so I could watch that
Oh,
movie when it
really?
comes out, when it drops. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I got so tired of like the new Captain America and Bucky and all that gang. I was just like, this is awful.
Yeah.
This is terrible stuff. So I was like, hey, well, this is kind of the comic book version of giving an original script a chance. Let's give these secondary characters a chance because they got no baggage. They're just they're
Mm,
here to have fun. So I am really excited to sit down and stream that one pretty soon.
yeah.
Yeah. So tell me your thoughts. Is it worth my time?
Yeah, I think very
Because it
much
obviously
so.
is. It's top 10.
Yeah, yeah. It's one of the few sort of Marvel movies that have come out recently that I would happily sit down and watch again, like multiple
Mhm.
times. There's real kind of like emotional thread all the way through it, particularly with Florence Pugh's character. And there's a few scenes with her in particular where it kind of goes beyond just the standard two-dimensional comic book character, and there's a real human being behind it. And then it kind of everything that came before that with all the Infinity War and Endgame and Black Widow, all those kind of movies, and even the Hawkeye, the series that she's in as well. It all kind of builds up to this point, and the whole movie's kind of more about mental health in some ways as well, because they're definitely dealing with like mental health issues throughout it. Especially with Lewis Pullman's character, 'cause he plays Sentry in it, and he's going to be in
Oh yeah,
future
yeah.
Captain as well. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear what your thoughts are on it once you've actually watched it, because it's definitely one of the more there's a deeper level to it, I think, than most, Marvel movies in general, and it's nicely set up for what they're gonna do maybe in the next, 2 Avengers movies as well, I thought.
Yeah, I've been I haven't been busy ignoring cinema. I've been kind of busy going back and rewatching kind of big films because I wrote a hit piece today on not today, yesterday on Christopher Nolan and like what a fraud he is and how terrible he is and how anyone who likes him is a complete and utter. I'm joking. I'm joking. I love Christopher Nolan.
Simon's on the way here now.
I love Christopher Nolan. No, it was basically a kind of a tongue-in-cheek wink, right? But at the same time, a prod to Christopher Nolan fans. So, but before I wrote it, the week leading up, I rewatched Dunkirk,
Mm,
which I'm a huge I hate that film, and I rewatched Tenant for the third time, and I still did not enjoy myself.
oh, really?
And yeah, and I said, maybe I should give Inception a fourth chance. I
Mm,
gave it his fourth chance, and it still like just didn't sit right with me. So like I'll be kind of like going back and watching like old, not old, but Nolan films from the last 10 years, to do that. But I definitely do want to write an article on movies I've missed
mm,
in the last 10 years and kind of try watch them at home and then give my take
yeah,
because I'm always like 6 months to maybe 2 years late watching a movie.
mm, yeah. Simon says he's not
Sorry,
allowed
Simon.
for the Nolan bit. Okay,
See, I
so
told you, just do that and then Simon's here. I'm kidding.
Okay, so number 7 so we're gonna go back to horror again. Again, anyone who knows me knows I watch a lot of horror movies. I kind of bounce back and forth between them and comic book movies quite a lot of the time. But at number 7 is 28 Years Later. So again, that came out earlier this year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really excited to see that. Yeah.
yeah, I loved it. I thought it was so good. I was really excited about it whenever it was announced. And it's a little bit different than the previous two, but I think the way they did it was super effective, really well acted. It's a kind of a slightly trippy looking movie at times, which is probably to be expected because Danny Boyle did it. But it's really good, and they really expand on the lore behind the whole thing. There's a really nice plot to it. It's nicely set up for the next one, which comes out. Excuse me, I think in the next couple of weeks, and it's genuinely scary in parts, and gory as you might expect. And yeah, I think I think if you enjoyed the first two, you'll really enjoy this one.
Okay. And was there some? Did they pull like Christopher Nolan on everyone and just hype it with, "Hey, this is on an iPhone. Go watch it."
Eh. Yeah, I mean, that was the whole thing with it, wasn't it? That they'd filmed it on like
Mm.
this big weird like multiple iPhone kind of setup thing that they had going on. And it does look strange at times. Like it doesn't look like you'd expect a big sort of summer blockbustery kind of horror movie to look like. It's
Right,
definitely a
right.
bit strange looking at times, but I think it works really well because obviously Danny Boyle has this particular style with directing. It's very very uh, shaky cam kind of thing, like it's just in your face.
Can I
Go
say
ahead.
something about
Yeah,
Danny
yeah.
Boyle? I don't think he's that great.
You know.
No,
Okay.
no. What do you think?
Well, I understand where you're coming from. I do think that he's a very particular style, and I think you have to go into a Danny Boyle movie expecting it to be a certain way a lot of the time. But
I
yeah,
get that,
let me
and
know
I
what you
don't
think.
have any proof, but I have a funny feeling that, like, forget the style and everything like that. I get that. That's all well and good. But whenever I'm watching any of his films, I always imagine that the person who wrote the story is crying in the corner at all the crap that Danny Boyle, or all the good stuff Danny Boyle has cut, and all the crap Danny Boyle decides to put in.
Okay.
Like that's the feeling I get from it. Ever since I read The Beach, then watched The Beach,
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just like, oh, like, that's awful. Um, and also, I remember watching, what's it called? Uh, it's not Million Dollar Baby, about the guy, Slumdog Millionaire.
Yeah.
Like that film that was well received, and I watched it, and I'm not trying to be a contrarian, but
Mm.
like, yeah, I think he's a
Overblown.
little bit overrated. Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit. Like Train Spotting, that's fine, but everything else besides that, I don't actually think is much to like. Christopher Nolan's better than him, 100%, and coming from me, that's like a huge thing.
Compliment.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think, I mean, I remember going to see Slumdog Millionaire and I came out of it and I was like, that was brilliant. I love that. And then somebody else who went with me was like, that was the worst movie I've ever seen. So like, I think
yeah,
it's definitely like a Marmite kind of thing again. Like, I think his
yeah.
style either reaches you or doesn't. But I know that for you, like you mentioned the beach, I know the beach is maybe something that is an influence for you, maybe in some respects, maybe in terms of the book or
Yeah.
something you've written as well. So I can understand why maybe you feel very strongly about how the movie comes across.
Well, I don't actually particularly like the book The Beach
Oh,
either,
really?
but
Okay.
I just love how propulsive the book is.
Mm,
It's very good about getting you to the next part, which
mm.
is something I'm very bad at. I'm very like, let's stay here for a while and talk about nothing. Um, but look, I like Danny Boyle a lot.
Mm.
But I do think that I don't know. I think being Marmite maybe is, to quote Superman, the new kind of punk rock. Like it's if everyone likes it, it's going to be pretty boring, I suppose. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably a positive that it's Marmite. Yeah,
yeah. But yeah, 20 Years Later, I did really enjoy. I think it's a great movie. I think if you like the first two, I think you'll like where it goes with it. And again, it explores a lot of really interesting stuff in terms of the zombie apocalypse kind of thing. Like, what if somebody gets a serious illness during the course of this and then can't get treated? And how does that look for them? And how's that approached and that sort
You
of thing?
just leave them at the side of the road,
Oh, yeah.
obviously.
Could
It's
do,
like,
yeah.
what are you going to do? So sorry. Oh yeah, let me just get the surgeon I have in the booth and
Yeah,
he'll
well,
sort you out. Like,
that's actually a major theme in it, so you'll be interested when you watch it, I think, whenever you see what they do with that, because it is a major plot point.
yeah,
Yes, but it is like a question that they ask, they approaching it and stuff like that, among other things, so I think it'd be interesting whenever you watch it. Um,
yeah.
okay, so
I
number
can I just throw
yes?
in this one line? I'm not saying this to protect myself. I get very uppity about film directors and films that I think, it's like kind of a jealousy thing. You know what I mean? As in, whenever like I hate Alex Garland only because he wrote The Beach, and I'm kind of like, ah, like I wanted to do something like that. You know what I mean? So it's coming from a place of admiration and also like jealousy. So
Yeah,
just know, like, that's kind of my angle.
fair enough. No, I think we all feel that way about stuff that we love, we're kinda like, "Ah, wish I'd written that."
Yeah, yeah.
Um, okay, so number 6, and I think this is gonna be divisive, and people are gonna be like, "What are you talking about, David?" But, number 6 for me was Jurassic World Rebirth. I'm a huge
Oh, what are you
Jurassic.
talking about, David?
Well, yeah.
Oh my gosh. You
People
serious?
people leave the live stream. So I'm a huge Jurassic Park fan. Like, I love Jurassic Park movies. I know that the most recent ones, again, are probably not the highest quality a lot of the time, but I just love seeing dinosaurs on screen and just the standard, like, let's drop some people onto an island and let them get eaten kind of plot. So I thought for
I
me,
saw that one.
you saw that one. Okay, what do you think?
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
rate it?
I didn't hate it. Again, just fanboying in a negative way, I guess, or positive way.
Mm,
Where I straight away have my notepad out and trying to make my own outline for a Jurassic movie, because
mm,
it gets to a point where I don't think they could ever make someone who's like approaching 40 who grew up with, the first Jurassic Park. They'll
yeah,
never make someone like me happy. So yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
I thought there was a lot of stuff about it that I really liked. Like, I think they did successfully this time really lean into the nostalgia and parts. There's a few scenes in it where I was genuinely like, it kind of hit me where my Jurassic Park fanboy lived, essentially, which I really really enjoyed. There's parts that I didn't like. I thought it didn't end really that well. I thought they left some stuff out they could maybe put in. But they did successfully take some stuff from the Michael Crichton novels for the first time and transplant it into a movie, like the T-Rex river scene and that sort of stuff, which is really cool. So, and they're undoubtedly gonna make more of them because I think it still did really well at the box office. I will be interested to see them do a Jurassic Park TV show at some time. I know obviously they have like all the animated kind of things, but I think maybe they're bound to be getting close to the stage where they could successfully CGI dinosaurs into a TV show at this point, like a 10-part TV show.
Yeah, but this is one thing that I uh, find, that these kind of disaster movies, um, and I get it. People are kind of going there to see the T Rex eat the people or chase the children or whatever. But there is moments in these films when everything's going right. That's actually very fun and interesting.
Mm,
Like, my favorite part of the first Jurassic was seeing how they had the eggs, they turned it, teaching you about it, those cool green cars that went around.
mm,
There's a part of me that kind of really wants things to just go according to plan for at least the first 50 minutes of a film, maybe 1 hour,
yeah,
because I kind of feel like that kind of payoff for when something goes wrong. Uh, I don't want the whole movie to be like, we got here 10 minutes in, everything goes wrong.
yeah.
Like, I want to be kind of like, oh my gosh, like, for it to come at a moment where I'm not expecting it. Does
Mm.
that make sense?
Yeah, I think with the first Jurassic World, in 2015, they almost kind of did that right, where people
Yeah.
they arrived on the island and you kind of saw Jurassic Park as it was supposed to be originally, and everyone was enjoying the theme park, and I loved all that. But then obviously, yeah, as you say, very very quickly, it was just like, oh, here's the big here's the big mutant dinosaur that's obviously going to break out and kill everybody. So
Yes.
yeah. But as far
Yeah,
as
because I feel like if you introduce a character that's going to mess everything up,
yeah,
it can't just be kind of like, Peter's living his life, and an hour into the movie, he meets someone called David, and David ruins it. You know what I mean? Because it's kind of like it's like who's David?
yeah,
What do you know what I mean? And it's like they just introduced this new dinosaur, and it's like, yeah,
yeah,
you know what's gonna happen now? And it's like, no, come on, like have some breadcrumbs like
yeah.
leading up to it.
I agree. I think it was particularly fun going to see that because I went to see it twice, and the second time I took my mom to see it, and she hadn't been to the movies in ages, so it was really funny watching her reaction because it was crazily over the top. Every time something scary happened, she was practically screaming, and I was kind of like, chill out. But it was fun. It was fun taking her to the movies. It hadn't been in a long time. So yeah, Jurassic World Rebirth is number 6 for me, and then number 5, as we already mentioned, is Superman. So that's where that landed on my list. I love Superman.
Yes,
Um,
I have that image in my head of you turning to your mom to cinema, like, Ma,
yeah,
chill.
yeah. She literally one point she like was like shaking the popcorn box at me, like have some popcorn. I said, "Mom, people are in the cinema with us. You can't just like be shaking the box and talking to me like a normal volume and stuff." Yeah, that was fun as well.
No
Um,
volume.
yeah, but yeah, Superman was great. I mean, we already mentioned it previously in the chat, so people can go back and maybe watch this later whenever we reshare it. But yeah, I loved it. Big, colorful, beautiful summer blockbuster movie. Haven't seen it again yet, but I'm excited to watch it again.
Yeah, I went to the cinema twice to see it. Once with my wife, the first time. Second with a good friend of mine, and I enjoyed both times. First time I've gone to a movie twice in a long time.
Mm,
The last time I did that was for the Hangover movies that came out in what 2008 or something.
mm,
Um, where I found it so funny that I just became addicted to the laughter and had to run back in and watch it again.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, Superman. I already spoke about it. It's I don't know how expensive movie tickets are in America or the UK or Ireland, but they're pretty expensive where I am. Even when you convert it to dollar, it's still very expensive. And that with that price comes a certain expectation,
yeah.
which probably unfairly falls on some smaller films or whatever. I don't give them as much of a chance as I should. But Superman definitely deserved the money.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah.
It was great. Lisa asked a question there. Interestingly, do you remember the very first movie you watched? What do you think, Pete? What was the first movie you watched? Do you remember watching it?
It was either when did Jurassic Park come out before The Lion King?
It was
1993
1993.
Jurassic
Lion
Park.
King was maybe around the same time, maybe 1994.
Yeah, I think Jurassic Park was the first film I watched in a cinema, and the T Rex scene where spoiler the T Rex escapes. And
Spoiler.
yeah, spoiler alert, things do not go to plan. um, just as awful. The Yeah, I remember hiding behind the chair and see the thing is the marketing. See, and people got to remember, like I'm not saying like in the west of Ireland we were simpletons, but you have to remember like the marketing in 1993 probably or 1992. There probably was like dinosaur toys
Mm,
for the movie, and for our parents it would have been seen as something educational, but they didn't know. They didn't have YouTube or internet or whatever, so they would just kind of go on the rating. I think the rating was PG in Ireland. I
it
can't
was
remember.
PG,
Parental
yeah.
guidance. So they're like, all right, let's parentally guide them to this movie. And oh my God, I cried. I wet myself, like in a bad way, when the T Rex broke out of the thing.
Mm,
So, but it was a great experience. I'll never forget it.
mm,
You know, but I was scared in a way that I knew I was meant to be scared.
yeah,
Like I was kind of putting my head up, and then every time it would roar, I'd put my head down, and that kind of relationship with something scary that you know you're meant to be scared of, and you're kind of enjoying being scared, even though you really are very, very scared,
yeah,
was great.
yeah,
And I think that's like what horror movies do for a lot of people who love horror. They enjoy that. that feeling.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that. And yeah,
What was
Jurassic
your
Park.
first?
Well, Jurassic Park was one of the first ones I saw, but that I saw it like on video. I think the first movie I saw in the cinema that I can remember was the Flintstones. The whatever you call him, John Goodman and stuff and all like that. That kind
Yeah,
of.
yeah, I saw that
I
one.
remember going with my dad to watch Flintstones, and that was great. But yeah, Jurassic Park. Just to quickly mention that again. Like I think Steven Spielberg's just a master of that kind of thing. Of just the big proper blockbuster scary monster like Jaws and that sort of thing.
Oh, he's great because I
Yeah.
remember when I saw E.T. as a kid,
Mhm.
I was convinced that E.T. was a scary film.
Mm.
You know,
Easy is scary in parts. It definitely
yeah,
is.
yeah, it's a
Yeah.
scary film because I remember watching E.T. never being really comfortable with the alien. Like I was watching it, I was like, I don't like this alien. Like, what's it doing here? And like, if I'd be like, if that was me in this situation, I would be calling the police or telling my dad or my mom. But like, I just never remembered trusting the alien. Of course, E.T. is a great fella, and he just wanted to go home.
He's a
But
great
when
fella.
I was a but when I was a kid, I was just like I was a little bit suspicious of this alien.
Yeah. That should be
Uh, well,
that should
I
be
find it
that should be
scary.
the that should be the tagline on the poster. E.T. He's a great fella.
He's a great fella.
Alright, I love that.
He's suspicious.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I remember seeing E.T. as well, on video at the time, and yeah, it scared the pants off me in parts of it, especially at the
Yeah.
start. Um, but yeah, loved it. And then going back to horror again, in this list, so we're number 4 now, and this movie technically came out, I think, in the US at the end of 2024, but it came out in the UK on New Year's Day, 2025, and that was Nosferatu, and the remake of it. Um, I was really, really excited to see this because, I love the director, Robert Eggers, who directed it. I love his stuff. Everything he's done, I think, is amazing. I love Bill Skarsgård, if you say his name. Obviously plays Pennywise in it, and I thought it was an amazing movie. I took my wife to see it, and she doesn't like horror, and I think she's going to go to see a horror movie ever again with me after that because, even for me, I thought it was pretty rough in parts, horror wise, but it's beautifully shot. It's genuinely scary. I think the acting in it's incredible. Have you seen it yet, Pete? No.
No, I when you said it, I was like, damn, that's kind of out of everything that's come out this year, except for DiCaprio's new film. Um, what's it called? Nosferatu is
Nosferatu.
yeah, it's kind of like damn, that's one that like I should have actually made the effort to go and see, you know.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I didn't get to see One Battle After Another as well, which I'm very annoyed about because I
Mm.
really wanted to see that film.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Nosferatu is great, and if anyone's seen it, definitely pop into the comments. Let me know what you think of it because maybe everyone didn't like it. But I just thought, as far as horror movies go, it was one I came away from genuinely a little bit disturbed by, and that's always a good sign for me because I can watch horror movies all day, every day, and not be remotely
Right,
bothered by them. But Nosferatu was one that definitely left an impression on me, as all of Robert Eggers' movies have done. Like The Witch terrifies me. One of the few
right.
horror movies that really scares me, etc. So, if you haven't seen Nosferatu, definitely check it out. I think it's out now in streaming. But yeah, it's genuinely very, very good. Um,
Bye, Simon.
bye, Simon. Thanks for coming along. So
I'm
sticking with
sorry for everything.
sticking with the horror side of things, number 3, for me was Weapons. So that
Uh,
came out in the summer as well. I love Weapons so much. Again, I love the director. I'm gonna look it up again here while I'm doing this so I get it right. Um, yeah,
Neil Jordan.
Zach Krager. What, sorry?
Neil Jordan.
Neil Jordan. But yeah, Weapons is amazing. Like it's really I loved it again. Maybe not everybody liked it as much as I did, but I thought it was exactly what I wanted to see, based on the marketing, based on the build up to it and everything. It was just again genuinely scary and disturbing in parts. Just the imagery in it was brilliant. The story was weird and not what I expected, but yeah, I loved it. What do you think, Pete?
Yeah, my wife and I are saving that one for streaming.
Mm,
That's because look, I just so more people are coming in. like one of the main reasons why I don't get to see all these films in the cinemas because I live in Turkey. So, every year probably big three would be, available. Like this year, in Istanbul, you can get whatever you want. But where I am, I think what I've seen in the cinema besides Superman advertised is One Battle After Another and maybe one other Western film as well. So yeah, it's something that we're waiting to come out on streaming services. But she saw the trailer for it and she's like, "We're watching that."
Mhm.
I'm like, "Really? Oh God!" Because she's into horror and I'm not.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. It's very good. It's the same guy who directed Barbarian, which is a movie that kinda went under the radar a little bit, which is another extremely good horror movie.
Hmm.
Again, genuinely scared me, genuinely had me jumping on parts of it. And yeah, I absolutely loved it as well. And then number 2, sort of our penultimate movie on the list, and a lot of people are gonna agree with this one, I'm sure, but number 2 for me was Sinners.
Yeah,
Uh, I don't know if
I've
have you
heard
seen
good
Sinners, have
things.
you?
I've heard good things. I've
Yeah,
heard good things.
it's incredible. Sinners is an amazing movie.
Mhm.
It's just everything about it, is fantastic. Ryan Coogler, is a great
Mhm.
director, and he's doing the X-Files now as well, which I'm really excited about. He's doing a remake
Oh,
of
is
the
the X
X-Files.
Files coming back?
Yeah, yeah, he's
We
remaking the
just
series.
started watching that again.
Yep,
'Cause my wife wanted like a scary, something scary to watch that was a series.
yep,
And I said, well, this isn't scary, but it's kind of creepy. It's this show called The X Files. Maybe we can, watch it.
yep,
And so yeah, we're about like 6 episodes into it, and she's like, "This is cool." I'm
yeah.
like, "All right, cool." Yeah,
I
but go
watched
on,
all the
Sinners.
Yeah, I watched all the X-Files a couple of years ago, like, from start to finish all the way through, and, like, it's just
Yeah.
so good. There's some amazing
Oh,
episodes
great.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sinners is amazing, like, again, beautifully shot, amazing music in it, like, the music in it is unbelievable. Some of the best music I've ever seen or heard in a movie before. I love the kind of, like, Irish theme in it, which I'm sure like as well, Pete. There's a real Irish element to it, which is really nice, you don't really
As a
expect.
self-loathing Irish man, I'll probably hate it.
Well, I loved it. I
Oh,
thought it
damn
was
Irish. They're at it
um
again.
Yeah, like, I mean, as far as vampire movies go, and again, spoiler alert, it is a vampire movie. It's really, really good, and I think I haven't heard anything bad about Sinners at any point, so I think everyone really loved it. So anything Ryan Coogler does, I'm gonna be really, really into. Okay, and then number 1,
Oh, number
um,
one. Here we go.
yeah, can you guess what it is? You said it a couple of times.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of, I wish I didn't because I kind of had an idea this would be in the top three, but it's one battle after another.
Yeah, that is my number 1 movie.
Ah, yes.
Of 2025 was one battle after another.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. Not necessarily a movie that I thought I was gonna love as much as I did. Obviously, if it's Leonardo DiCaprio, you know it's gonna be good because he doesn't make bad movies.
Mhm.
So I yeah, really, really, really enjoyed it. Didn't know what to expect. And it really blew me away in terms of the acting, in terms of the story, in terms of the direction, everything. I thought it was very, very relevant at the minute as well. And, yeah, I absolutely loved it. And you haven't seen it yet, have you?
Oh,
Yeah.
we are going to go and see one battle after the other in 4 or 5 days after everything settles down from New Year. We're just
Mhm,
so busy leading up to Christmas and New Year, and that we kind of our last date night was last week, and we just wanted to go to a restaurant.
mm.
So we're kind of planning that, and I had to do a lot of heavy lifting to convince her that, like, please, it's going to be so good. I promise you. She's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she agreed to it.
Yeah, no,
I
you're there.
could go by myself, but I genuinely like spending time with my wife. I'm so
Yeah.
pathetic. So, like, I want to go with her.
Well, that's a good sign.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She's like, call your friends. No, no.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Eric said there it was a surprise, unexpected twist, great writing. I agree, Eric.
Mhm.
It's just a really good movie. Like, it's obvious it's gonna be in everybody's list. It's gonna win Oscars. It's just one of those, just one of the kind of movies that kind of like restores your faith in cinema. A lot of the time, you see a lot of movies and you're like, oh, that was okay or whatever. But that's one of the ones you come out of and you're like, yes, like cinema is still alive and well. Thank goodness.
Right.
Yeah. So I loved it. Can I throw in a few honorable mentions as well, Pete? Is that okay?
Hmm.
Just really quickly. So
Yeah.
movies that I saw which didn't make this list, which if the list had been bigger, they would have definitely been in there somewhere. But Ballerina. which was the John Wick spin-off movie with Anna de Armas. Really, really good. I think we enjoyed it particularly because we got to go to the place where it's set, Hallstatt in Austria. It was really funny being in that little village where they'd shot some of the movie and stuff, and it was set. Together, which is a horror movie with Alison Brie and Dave Franco, and they're a married couple in real life. So it was kind of cool seeing how that dynamic plays out on screen. It's a really, really good movie. Definitely check it out if you get the chance. F1, to the Formula One movie with Brad Pitt,
Oh yeah,
on Apple. It's really, really good as well. Like it's again, we came out of it and we were like, we need to get into Formula One after watching it because it's just it's that kind of movie. It's fantastic. Um, the last Mission Impossible movie, so Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning. Again, yeah,
I saw that.
you saw it.
I forgot to
Yeah,
mention. Yeah, I
did
saw
you
that
like
too.
it?
Yeah, okay, cool. Loved it. Great. It's
Mm.
great. I know exactly what I'm getting,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they always give it to me, so I'm happy.
yeah,
It's like
big,
McDonald's,
yeah,
and I mean that in the best way possible. It's like this is what a Big Mac tastes like, and it's good.
yeah, big blockbuster. I loved it. Be interested to see what
Yeah.
they do after that point with the series. And then one we saw very recently was Wake Up Dead Man, which is the most recent Knives Out movie, which is out on Netflix. We saw it in the cinema. Again, if you just like a really good murder mystery that's well acted and well shot and well written,
Didn't like the first one.
you didn't like it?
Um, is it the first one with James Bond? What's his name?
Daniel Craig, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, yeah. I don't know. I didn't enjoy it, but this one, the second one, is good.
Yeah, well, it's the third one, but yeah, it's
Oh, it's
really,
the
really
third
good.
one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Again,
okay, okay.
if you want to just enjoy a movie that just well written and stuff like that, and it's just kind of a good old fashioned murder mystery, it's
Right.
definitely a good watch. Yep.
Okay.
And I'm gonna throw in
What?
quickly four really, really quick just to finish this bit that I
Okay.
missed that I wanted to see. So I missed The Long Walk, which is the one based on the Stephen King novella. I missed Predator Badlands, which I really wanted to see and didn't get the chance to go and see. Another horror movie called Bring Her Back, which I didn't see either, which I kind of wanted to see, although I've heard it's kind of rough. So, it's maybe gory and violent, so I'm not necessarily always keen to see that kind of stuff, but still want to see it at some point. And then a movie that's just come out, so I haven't had a chance to see it in fairness. Marty Supreme with Timothy Chalamet. It's only just come out, so I'm excited to see it. Hopefully in the next like couple of weeks as well. Um,
Yeah, I don't want to sound like a hater, but what do you think about Timothy Chalamet?
I generally like him. I think I don't really follow closely what he says outside of his movies. I think he can seem kind of arrogant maybe sometimes, but the way he talks about himself. But I don't really know for sure. I can't really say. But in terms of the movies that he's in, I like his movies.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's like he's so good in Dune, which is a movie that I'm not crazy about, but he's very good in it. He's
Mm.
great in The King.
Yeah,
Like he's really, everything I've seen him in, even in Don't Look Up, he's been fantastic. And it's like, kid, be quiet. You're already going to be great.
yeah,
You do not need to tell us that you are searching for it. Just do what you're doing. It's great.
yeah. He's good. It'd be interesting to see what his career looks like in future as time goes on. 'Cause I think he is going to be one of the
Mm,
next big things if he isn't already.
yeah. But
Um,
hopefully, I think he already is one of the,
yeah,
the next big things already. Yeah.
yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's my top 10 list for 2025. I've seen more movies than that. There's other movies that I saw. There are older movies that I finally caught up on and stuff like that. So, but those are the ones that I saw. What do you think, Pete?
I got something fun that
Mhm.
I'm going to tell you about.
Go ahead.
Uh, my wife and I are booking tickets to go and see the Odyssey. We are going to go and watch it in Troy, in Turkey.
Wow, nice.
So it's about 2 hours up the road. So when we get like a solid release date here, we're booking it. We're also going to book an Airbnb or whatever and go there and watch it because
It's very cool.
it's just because not because like I want to spend time with my wife or anything silly like that,
No, of
but
course not.
because like when I write my rants about Christopher Nolan, and if any fanboys want to come at me, I want to say, well, did you watch the Odyssey in Troy? No, so be quiet. So I wanted to ask you about the Odyssey and what do you think about what are you expecting from him? Because like we all know that it's been shot on IMAX using Kodak film, which has just blown my mind, and I cannot
Mm,
wait to examine the film. Just open a film museum where we can go in and look at the rolls of film.
mm,
What I'm most interested in is the story. Like, what do you think he's going to do with Odysseus? Do you think it's just going to be a movie of just set piece shots and the story is second or third to what's going on?
mm. Yeah, I'm really interested. I think, judging from the little trailer that I've seen of it, I think maybe they're going to retrospectively look back at the siege of Troy. They're going to kind of pick up obviously on his odyssey back home, which obviously is what the book focuses on. But obviously Christopher Nolan moves stuff at a really fast pace, so I'd imagine there's not going to be too many points in the movie where there's not much happening. It's just going to be all the way through it, and they're just going to kind of jump back and forth. I think to the siege, and then to what he's currently going through. But I mean, yeah, it's gonna look amazing. I think it's gonna be a beautiful
Oh,
looking
it's going to be
movie.
great. I know for
Yeah.
a fact, like I already hate myself because I'm going to enjoy it. But by the way, I love Christopher Nolan. I just like to complain a lot. The But one thing I am a little bit afraid of is because I saw what's it called, John Barthol.
Mm,
Apparently, John Barthol is Menelaus,
okay.
which me and I'm not sure what kind of how they're going off with the book or whatever or the histories. But whilst Menelaus doesn't like die in the battle, I don't think he makes it back home either. I can't remember. So I'm
Mm,
just wondering, like, with the conversations with Menelaus, is that like now or is that a flashback? I'm also very interested to see if they finally give Hector a proper just like depiction. Because
yeah,
even though I loved Eric Bana, they kind of made Hector a little bit too perfect.
yeah,
He's a lot more complicated. And because Odysseus was actually new Achilles, I'd be very interested. Are they going to cast someone as Achilles? How is he going to depict Achilles if he chooses to? So there's some things that I'm really, and even if he doesn't, I don't mind. But I am really excited to see what he does with it. Like I do respect Christopher Nolan, by the way, a lot. That's why I talk about him so much.
yeah. Yeah, no, I'm really interested too. I mean, I loved the 2004 Troy, whatever it was. I remember seeing it in the cinema, and like it's just a good, fun blockbuster movie. And I know, I know, I know exactly what you mean, what you're saying about the characters and stuff in it. But yeah, I mean, the cast list for this Odyssey is unbelievable. I'm just going to quickly read out some of the names of the actors in it: Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Elliot Page, Robert Pattinson, Zendaya, Anne Hathaway, Mia Goth, John Bernthal, as you say, Charlize Theron. Who else is in this that I recognize? Lupita, in how do you pronounce her second name? Inyogo. Can't say her second name. Apologies for that. Samantha Morton, Bill Irwin, etc. Yeah, it's just really, really good. I mean, the cast is
Yeah, it's a
incredible.
great
I'm
cast.
super excited about that. But yeah, is it July next year it comes out? Something like that.
2026. I
Mm,
hope so.
I think
Because
it is.
I don't want to wait. Yeah, I hope
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
the
July. Sorry,
summer coming.
17th of July, 2026. Yeah,
Oh,
very
that's going
good.
to be such a perfect time to come out. The I also need to mention Fantastic Four.
Yes,
It was that a 2005 movie?
that was, yeah. Didn't make my list.
That was that that was actually okay.
I did like it. I did like it a lot. It just got pushed out by some other stuff that I saw. But as far as superhero movies go, I thought it was pretty good. I think they could have done some things better. I think a weird criticism I have of it was that the CGI was really crap at times.
Yeah,
At times it was brilliant, but other times it was as if they just had like not bothered to even do anything to it. Um,
yeah.
so yeah, but I thought it was really good, and I'm interested to see how it fits into all the other Marvel stuff that's coming up.
Are you excited for Avengers Doomsday?
I think I am, yeah. I think a lot of people are dumping on it already and saying it's going to be rubbish and stuff and everything. Based on how maybe Stranger Things is kind of gone after like a long wait for it and stuff
Oh
like that.
God,
Have
don't talk to me about Stranger Things
you seen it?
because we uh we just started watching it from season one,
Mm,
you know, and we just finished Sons of Anarchy, which was my second time watching it, and the second time watching Sons of Anarchy in season about halfway through season two or season three, I had this moment sitting down with my wife watching it, and it's her first time seeing it where I'm like, oh my God, I forgot how terrible this show is. Like how bad it gets, you know?
Mm.
And then I had seen Stranger Things up until season three or whatever, and then started rewatching it lately. And we're just beginning. We're 4 episodes into season three, and I had that moment again where I'm like, oh, I forgot this is bad. It gets really bad. Why did I suggest this? You know. So yeah, I'm very. I put a note on Substack the other day that like Stranger Things is like like if Goosebumps married Sons of Anarchy and had a child named Tommy Knockers, it's kind of just really bad stuff. Do you know Tommy Knockers?
The
That's
Tommy Knocker's the Stephen King novel, or
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, the novel. But there's also a movie with Jimmy Smits.
Right,
So
okay.
Jimmy Smits, he's Senator Organa from
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
uh, uh, Star
Star
Wars, and
Wars, yeah.
I always like I talked to my brother about this, about like how this is how it came up, Tommy Knockers. I was like, if I ever making a movie, I'm getting Jimmy Smith as the lead because that guy's in everything. And then like the conversation then turned to Tommy Knockers, and he said to me, by the way, you should watch that trailer. And I watched the trailer on YouTube, old 90s trailer, and who's the lead? Jimmy Smith. I'm like, by God, that man is in everything. Like he's so reliable. From
Yeah,
Tommy Knockers to Star Wars
yeah. He's
and Sons of
everywhere.
Anarchy.
Yeah.
But I do like him as an actor, by the way.
He's really good in The West Wing as well. You ever seen him in it? He's really
Yeah, 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 yeah,
good
yeah.
in The West Wing,
Another great show like
yeah.
that. Will we ever see the likes of the West Wing again?
No, it's just there's something
Is
about it. It's just so well written.
yeah,
Everything about it's fantastic. Like we go back to it
yeah.
over and over again. We've seen it so many times.
It's on the RTE player as well, which is
Yeah,
amazing for me.
yeah,
Like, just have to get to VPN and log into RTE player, and it's like for free. I've got it.
brilliant. Love it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Stranger Things. Yeah, we're obviously one episode away from the finale now, and like I don't want to talk about it too much until after it's out, so that I don't want to spoil it for anybody or anything. But it's really been in terms of a finale season, it's like Game of Thrones level kind of. They've just gone the wrong direction with it, sort of thing. I think potentially, but again, don't want to say anything more about it than that until anybody else watches it. But and who knows, maybe the last episode will be amazing and it'll tie it all together perfectly. But there's times we've been watching it like kind of almost through our fingers, like why have they decided to do these things with this show and et cetera, et cetera. But you can tell me what you think
My
after you've seen it.
brother finished it. Sorry to interrupt you, but my brother finished it, and he said to me, "Oh, you're rewatching Stranger Things. Just give up. Don't do it." I said, "No, because now my wife is watching it." And he's like, "Distract her with something. Don't do it to yourself." And I'm like, "Why does it get that bad?" And he's like, he's like, "It's proof. It's proof that like, you have to be careful with child actors. You
Mhm.
know, because it can be amazing when they're like." I don't know how old they are, like 9 or 10 or 11, but you don't know if they're going to develop into a great actor. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And like his point of view, he just thinks the acting is just substandard
yeah.
altogether. So that's something now that's in my head as I watch Stranger Things because I'm on season three. I'm like, let's see them become shittier actors.
I think that my biggest criticism is just with it's not so much with the actors, it's more just with the plot and the story, and it feels like the Duffer Brothers didn't really know what they were gonna do with it, and they're just kind of like
Well, they should just do what they did from the very beginning and rip off Stephen King. Because that's all they do.
that worked.
Like they're just like, no, absolutely, they
Yeah.
can. I mean, like the greats steal. Like it's one of the biggest compliments you can do. Like we all steal from the best.
Mm.
But the if they need to find some Stephen King book and just find how he ended that and go with that. Um,
Although
because it works for them and the others.
Stephen King though is like notoriously bad at ending things. Like I think he even says that himself. He's like really, really bad at like finishing off his novels in a
Well,
certain kind of way.
I think his endings can be. God, I can't think of one off the top of my head. But whenever I read Stephen King, it's like I always kind of find that like it just ends, and I'm so satisfied.
Yeah. I
You know
I
what I mean?
personally like it. I personally like it, but he
Yeah,
even said
yeah.
himself that he struggles with endings. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. But
All right, okay.
Yeah, but like again, once you've watched Stranger Things, maybe we should do another live chat and just kind of like rip it apart potentially.
Yes, everyone tune in to watch me scream at children. Are they still children? They're like what, 18,
Oh, they're
19, 20
definitely yeah,
now?
they're
I don't know.
definitely adults at this point. Yeah, but yeah,
Are they adults now? Yeah. No, I
yeah,
remember like it opens like season three opens with like Elle making out with Mike, and I my rage mirrors Hopper's. I'm just like, that is so disrespectful to be doing that. It's like in the man's house. Like, what's
yeah.
wrong with you, kid? Yeah, it's just so like, that wasn't the only thing that bothered me, of course, but yeah, the characters become a little bit annoying. The only one I really like is Dustin,
Mm,
the guy with no teeth, and
mm.
the
I think
guy who
he,
works in the ice cream shop.
yeah, I think yeah, Dustin and Steve, yeah, I think they actually do stay pretty consistent all the way through it. They're probably two of
Right.
the characters who still feel like they're relatable. Yeah,
I really like Maya Hawke, by the way.
yeah, I might have to.
She's an actor who like I can like everything I've seen her in as well. She's good.
Yeah,
She's great.
they've reduced her a lot in the last season to sort of a comic relief kind of character and like really underused her. I
Oh
think.
yeah, but sure, that's what all the best do with good actors. They
Yeah,
just ah, you're,
you're funny. You just say a few funny
you're
lines, and
funny.
that'll do.
That seems like a paycheck problem where like the main cast is getting paid to so much, and she kind of came in season three
Mm,
probably at like a reduced amount because she was unknown. So it's kind of like if
yeah,
you're asking for more, you're going to get less time. So this sounds something like that because
yeah.
she's fantastic.
She is. Yeah, we'll definitely do a chat about that once it's all out in the open and we can talk about it openly. But yeah, so I think we'll wrap this up now because we've been on for a good while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll just quickly run through the top 10 just in case anyone missed it. So my top 10 movies of 2025. 10 was Frankenstein, 9 was Companion, 8 was Thunderbolts, 7 was 28 Years Later, 6 was Jurassic World Rebirth, 5 was Superman, which we both agreed on very much so. 4 was Nosferatu, 3 was Weapons, 2 was Sinners, and number 1 was One Battle After Another. You can let us know if you're watching this later on the maybe the replay and what you think. Let us know in the comments if you agree, if you disagree, if you disagree with any of Pete's assessments about Christopher Nolan as well. Feel free to attack him as much as you want. Um,
Well, my top 10 movies of 1986 are.
we'll definitely do one of those.
I remember I went to the cinema in 2005. It was great.
That'll be actually kind of fun to talk about movies that came out in like that kind of time that we saw and stuff, and maybe like
Right.
proper nostalgia.
Yeah,
But yeah,
top 10 VHSs from 1996.
brilliant. I love it.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, thanks for joining us here. It's really cool to have over 100 people coming along today for this chat. Pete, it's really cool to talk to you as always.
Yeah,
And
as always. Yeah, thank you so much.
looking forward to doing more of this in future.
Yeah, cool. Thank you. Happy New Year. I just have to give Yolanda Happy New Year, Yolanda.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everyone. It's the last day of 2025, so we will see you again in 2026. Catch you soon.
Yes. See you. Bye bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye bye.
All right, bye.